You got to take care of the whole community, or you're going to have serious problems. And now we have to see that the whole world is the community, and we must all take care of each other that way. And it's not just a community of human beings. It's a community of plants and animals and elements. And we really need to understand that. That's what's going to bring us joy, too, and pleasure. That's what's missing in our lives right now. We can call it spirituality, but the fact of the matter is, joy comes from that bliss of connectedness. That's our God spirit. That's that side of ourselves that really feels it. You can feel it deep inside you. It's this amazing, wonderful feeling. And you know it when you get it. You don't get it from money. You get it from connection.
Now, if that isn't a hazard to this country, how are we going to keep building nuclear weapons? You know what I mean? What's going to happen to the arms industry when we realize we're all one? It's going to fuck up the economy. The economy that's fake anyway. 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 Which would be a real bummer. You can see why the government's cracking down on the idea of experiencing unconditional love.
Check it out, man. Being honest, man. We were bred just like you see animals, and you know what I mean, the best stock. You know what I mean? You don't think that we are? We are the best stock. You know what I mean? Like, not saying we as in all of us, but the people who are the best stock, they know, you know what I mean, where they come from. Like if they came from, you know, trust fund babies, people who had land, who own businesses, etc. Then you got the other stock of people who just, every race of them come from food stamps, and like nobody they ever knew was successful. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the two different mindsets of people who are being bred on each color, form, or race. You know what I mean? But you know, certain countries, right? Certain race of people are bred a certain way, so they not even going to experience 90%, like 98% of what the other people going through, because their whole community live a certain way. They ain't free to do this and that, etc. And you can go across the world. You got to travel. You understand what I'm saying? You know, well, people understand what I'm saying. I ain't trying to be all that tell you, but just being direct at this time is something I want to come at y'all with for a little. You know, put your open game. Like, don't think everybody they tricking y'all and these different religions, and you look at it. That's why they say they know the fruit from the tree from the fruit, for what you come from, what it bear. You know what I mean? You know the fruit from which it come from. You know, like the apple tree, it's an orange tree. You understand what I'm saying? When you bite into it, then it might not be right. Cause I done got into some fruits, and then when you open them, you're like, what the freak is this? You know what I mean? Like something them got into it. Like fruits can get infected too. You understand what I'm saying? Boy, they can get their body snatched too. You know what I mean? You gonna open it up and it's like, hold up, man. It's like on the outside look, they're pure. Like you don't see no opening or how the inside could have been rotten. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you know, you can actually look at a fruit, you can feel it, touch it. You know what I mean? Anybody, ain't got to be nobody cooking or none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Just anybody who's familiar with food, period. They eat it every day. So majority of everybody in the world familiar with what they eat. You know what I mean? To the point of preparing it. But you can actually touch a fruit and determine, shake it, hear it, smell it, and it determines coloration. All that determines on up that food ready to rock. You understand what I'm saying? But just like with people, they can look good on the outside, man, but toe up on the inside. You know, because of how they was bred. Everybody ain't. That's why people be sick. It ain't that person bad or something wrong with it. Look at when you actually have a little, anybody raise any, you know, pets, dogs, any kind of little cats, it don't matter, gerbil, rats, I don't know, whatever the hell you raise. But if you can fish, you know what I mean, you can see where something went wrong. You know, if you're actually paying attention to your litter and you know, okay, this litter gonna be good because of the environment was good. You know what I mean? Everything that's surrounding. That's why it's good to have kids in a good environment. Because mama being rough and wrangled and beat up by her baby daddy and yelled and screamed dad and all this different stuff, which ain't gonna happen to that baby. And that's why I see we all are connected to a way to the mother, how great she is, right? And you talking about we don't know, men don't know women. Men came from women. How the hell we don't know them? We was walking in, we think we got our emotions from. We didn't get it from our daddy. When you come out here and learn from him, but you get your emotions straight from your mama, bruh. Each individual that been on this planet, everybody came from a woman, so we have that in us, boy. And girls, women, children. You understand what I'm saying? And I keep remembering, forgetting about that passion and that love and that connection that we had with that woman. And we'll always have the understanding of a woman that we go back to that. But it's to the point of confusion of how we deal with one another, how society has us to deal with one another. Once you level up to a husband and a son and etc. All these titles that they give, and then they give, adjectives to these titles. And if you don't, man up to these titles, a woman up to these titles, then they disrespect you and talk trash about you and talk down on you and stuff. You know what I mean? And then everything that you ever learned came from somebody else's mindset. And then there's people that's more powerful and more tuned to reality than you can imagine, tuned to the world in so many ways, where you think that you know what the hell going on. You don't know nothing, man. If you really look at it, man, we think we knowing this and knowing that. Man, check this out. Well, we like a dot. You have to blow in the wind. A snot on a piece of rug up. Blow it out your nose. Like, somebody gonna step on it and it's gonna be forgotten. Just like that, bro. A memory. A stain. You know what I mean? Like a big galaxy universe, and you better just enjoy your time. It's just like enjoying a long sunset, bro. For real, bro. A sunrise and a sunset. That's all you enjoying right now. They long. The same planet keep happening over and over again in time. So it's like people done figured out and probably came back 100 times. They know how to come back. What you think the Matrix is, bro? And being injected, coming in and out. Somebody found out something, because the secret, it ain't what y'all think. And that's what they wanted from when they said Christ, he rose and he came back from the dead and this and that. What you think that's they speaking over your head, but then speaking right directly to you, bro. If you get what I'm saying, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to taste something. Like, I ain't even trying to explain myself, because if you don't know, then you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they say what's understood don't need to be explained. So I said it too much, but y'all overrode it. Y'all didn't see what them people was doing, and that don't mean what it meant. And that whole situation means something else. And y'all better do y'all research. Y'all still on the surface of that Christ like and then Jesus coming back, and that thing was a code. It's bigger than what y'all think. It's Proverbs, bro. It ain't speaking directly as a man walking and doing all that stuff, because you know that none of that stuff possible, bro. And one thing that what I know this is that no matter how you beef him up and make him a superhuman, no human on this planet you can imagine being that kind of person. And that's how you defeat, the elements and things of that nature. But you ain't never seen nobody get shot in their wrist and they can write again, like the next day or 3 days afterwards. Get shot in their wrist. I'm talking about with a gunshot wound. Anybody getting treated, and nobody came and said, okay, they treated his wounds. You know what I mean? Like some magical stuff just happened off the rip. Like, in reality, man, I done been in certain situations, not even much to the point of him worse than I had to get treated in so many ways. had to put me to sleep and stuff to that mash. And to the, you know what I mean? This dude done got put to sleep in so many ways. It's just look at the option. It ain't speaking about no man, bro. It's speaking about a whole way of life. But y'all ain't peeped that. So y'all caught up in this cycle that keep happening some 66,000 years ago literature that was for the time it was for. And y'all think this stuff for the work this time of day and night. Nah, man. Y'all caught up. And like I'm back on point on that point is this man got hit in his, I got a glass broken. I was at work and a glass broken hit my, what you call, that's the Hercules, what you call it? And right now to this day, I've been about 2-3 months ago for some, and my still hurt. Like once you hit that thing, it's over with. Even that's why you look at the medicals thing when you go to the NBA. When and you know what I'm saying, when people get certain stuff tore out their legs and they just get where I'm coming from now. You get so many certain injuries in your leg. So what you got in the foot? Man, you can't walk around on that, boy. Being talking about a real pearl code, you can soup them up how you want, but I do. And one of you people like they said they did Jesus, boy, that boy is not getting out no tune walking around, man. Y'all, that went over y'all head. Y'all just let a person soup y'all up. He's Superman. Ooh, Superman. Some old superhero. Man, come on, man. That crap. If you look at it, just like any other story they ever told you before then, any nursery rhyme, all that stuff fit in the same category, bro. Ain't nothing no greater than Hercules or Zeus. It's all the same stories, bro. This ain't nothing greater, bro. Ain't nothing greater, man. You can't tell me this story, and we read it, and you really look at it, it ain't great at all, bro. He ain't defeat nobody, murder, kill nobody. He ain't did nothing. Just floated through here, pew, like a fairy. And then everything wings up, like that's what that stands. Y'all even must peep that era, bro. The man got flipped up in both of his wrists. Or his hands. Bruh, I got stabbed in mine, but you know you lose all function. I don't give a hell y'all telling me, because that's God. That's the trick. Say it's God so that you can get away with be willing your ass off of stuff naturally that can't happen in reality, bro. It's only can happen in a book. It ain't happening in this real, boy. Let me stab you in your hand with a knife. And I guarantee you might lose you're gonna lose all functions. You're gonna lose but your nerve, you're gonna lose functions, bro. You ain't gonna be able to move your fingers, or something's gonna happen, man. You're gonna hit a nerve with something. He ain't like he made him different than everybody else. Where you can stab him and nothing ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna bleed or nothing. If he became a human, boy, he's subject to anything can happen human. So from that way, how they gonna trick y'all like that? That's all of a sudden he came out some tomb. This man got stabbed in both of his hands. I got stabbed in my hand, and on top of I'm talking about my hand was messed up. I didn't even go through it, none of that. It just bammed me. I got hit with a nail in my hand, a knife, and I hit a nerve right here on the top of my stuff, boy. And man, oh man. So all that, and then my foot, when I was a jit. This is all the stuff that I remember about, because I was brainwashing that way about, if I was to be crucified like Jesus, whether I would be able to take the pain or be able to function after the fact. Man, listen here, man. Car accidents, all this shit, boy. You ain't coming like you can come out of some stuff scathed because you ain't, the elements around protected you and all that there, but you getting penetrated, and then you see how big, man. Come on, bro. He ain't get no little nail like some little screw, a 2-3 inch nail, man. Some stuff down there 12 inches long. You know what I mean? Sticking inside your body, bro. Man, you ain't gonna be, man, nah, bro, you ain't finna bewilder me like that, bro. When you look at all the story, you gotta question, it means something. but it ain't meaning what they saying it is. So if you ain't looking at, if you don't come from that, like you growed up in the middle of time, bruh. So if you was born in the middle of time, like you ain't was born when that stuff happens, where you could actually give credibility about what somebody said, what happened, and you just believing it because somebody said something that got you caught up in some crap. You get the fuck out of here, man. Excuse my language, but that's just how I feel, bro. You understand? You was born in the middle of time and somebody told you, okay, before you was here, this nigga was the man and this is your God and blah, 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 and everybody feeding off of this information. But the people who actually put you in a certain position, they telling you this stuff, but they got you in a certain position. So he's like, damn, what happened going on here? So then they give you the story about Esau and all that stuff so they can tell you, yeah, you slave, nigga. You supposed to work for us. You know, that's why, you know, God made it like that done. Once you take the curse, it's just like witchcraft, bro. You know what I mean? Like some of that stuff, you can't help it when they get you in their circle. Yeah, they done got a piece of your hair and all this other extra and garments and stuff you done sweated and da-da-da. They can play with you like that. That's some spiritual stuff, man. But I'm like straight off rip, not you must taking the oath, or you must accepting that. Yeah, you can't be bound to it, bro. That's just general, universal law. You know what I mean? That's universal, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with me and what somebody said. Cause it's about sounds and vibration. People ain't understanding this. Everything is being created. How it's floating, it's levitating in the air, it's sitting and it's standing where it's at. Everything materialized was once a thought. You know what I'm saying? So how do a thought materialize into this reality? If a person don't know its surroundings, and none of this stuff can come to pass, bro. Why do you think people be stuck with ideas? They die with it. They scared to share, to get to somebody who gonna actually use it and work it. Who else got the money, you know, the finances to bring this stuff to reality? You want to be stuck and stay, oh man, I want to be famous, and then man, you better get that crap up, write it down, give it away. Get it somebody, get it to a kid, somebody, you know what I mean? 'Cause somebody, you really trying to help this situation though. But yeah, man, I had to come in and just get on, man, and like, it's an illusion on all calls, bro. And like on the breed, and that's why I'm telling you about the bread. That's where the bread came from. And then you got to remember back in the times who really ran everything. The government was the priest. You think because they separated in your face, if something that's separated don't mean that it ain't working together. That means that you can't put it together. Anything you cut in half, you can go and seal it right back and make it one. You still gonna see the half, but it's still working in the people understand. Who don't, they won't. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, understand what I'm saying? Because I be giving out too much, bro. It's a wake up call, and people say, I'm woke, this and that. I mean, hey, man, it's different levels of being woke, because you're going to have to keep waking up, bro. Ain't no just, you just woke and you woke, because it's just like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. And the only people who can understand me, that's why you have these types of value systems in your spirit, that you might be in a dream. You done went to sleep in the dream. You woke up in the dream, and you still in the dream, but you still got to wake up to this reality. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm trying to tell you something, man, this thing deep. It's deeper than whatever you can think of, bro. How deep? When they say the rabbit hole goes so deep, because it's you at the end of the day creating all this, your surroundings around you. You be thinking, oh God, no, man, this thing ain't the physical, it's the mental. It's just that you was so strong and you got so weak and dense. When you get back in tune with yourself, then you can see all this stuff coming about and how it created this within and what created itself. Because you can look at it, how God created himself, how he created himself. Had it been a thought, had it been in a state of being, it wasn't like all this stuff was that he had to create. So that means that it was substance. And you ain't making nothing from nothing, period. It's just like if I'm taking only, you think that's not here. This stuff is in the atmosphere. You ain't never, just because you can't see it, don't mean it ain't there. That ain't what that mean. When it's an empty space, it can be filled. That's a void. But what we talking about is actually creating something out of nothing. And that don't exist, bro. So that the whole terminology and the word in that era, that didn't happen like that. No way, impossible. Chaos was always around us, bro. And that's what this is. That's what no other like that is. Control. It's a cycle, and there's different levels of this cycle. And that's what is being shown right now, while all those other cycles still exist. And this, the manual of control, conks all that, because that stuff come and go. When you more of a foundation, when you last almost forever, bro. And that's where your eternal life lies at. In stability. Being stable. That's the foundation of the kingdom of God. Not, confusion or what you think. Everything came out of something. You thinking that it was always, it's just a good, bad, negative, positive. Everything is meant to be, bro. Everything is here. It's good. Everything meant to be. It ain't no such thing as good and bad. Circumstances, bro. Period. Because the mindset of everybody will agree on doing one. Everybody agree on doing one thing and get what it's gonna be. That's the whole point of us agreeing and compromising. It's about agreeing and compromising, bro. The law of gravity, bro. People defile everything that you can see right now. The wall. The law of gravity. I'm just say, man, looking at this thing. Oh man, you said I can't fly. What you think going on now? Ain't nobody telling that he can't fly. That's just what other people say because they can't fly. But because he said that he can, he created a way for him to fly. And now what you see going around, you got all kind of stuff flying. Even if it happened back in the ancient times, I ain't even talking about the Rice brothers and all that, because there's been so much stuff floating around here before all that stuff. And that's where they breed you at. And start with your mind. We're going to brainwash you and start feeding you all the stuff on the TV and television. Let's start brainwashing with the colors and situations. Start from the cartoons. We were at Sesame Street. I don't know what it probably was when my mom and dad was young. They probably looking at something similar, probably the same thing. But most of the time they'll have a 70 or 100 year plan. And then you get what you get. I mean, people who grow crops, strains of, cannabis, or anything. You slice the DNA and you can, if you actually do it the same way, most of the time, the environments, be same. That's why you keep the temperature at a certain temperature, because you trying to, when you actually doing the right thing to get the same results. But if you trying, you ain't gonna do nothing. But if you actually follow instructions, you don't try to cook, you cook. You put the ingredients, you do the thing, you fire it up, you put the time on and let everything work what it do. So all these words people be using, oh, it ain't no absolutes and all that. I can't respect that, because you absolutely gonna grow. Yeah, teeth gonna come out your mouth. It's a lot of absolutes on this plane, man. But it's a terminology of how you use the absolutes when it comes to a person don't want to take responsibilities on what they're going to do or what they're scared of or what they're not going to, accept, because what you ain't going to do, somebody else will. And I was just not a conversation in a disrespectful way, but me and my partner was having a conversation and we got a little greedy, but we had to live a certain way other than other people. We had to travel at night. You couldn't travel in the daytime. I'm talking history-wise. So this was a whole generation, a couple of generations of people actually this day life. They don't know not to. They supposed to sleep at night and work in the day. They ain't must have the opportunity. They don't even know what that was about until people got established in certain ways, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine, like, you worrying about paying bills and no man, they didn't even must have that problem. They had bigger problems. Had to learn. They had to survive, like literally, nigga. Like not survive like if I don't eat today. Like they had to stay